And let's read the full title. Animation Harry Potter and the Portrait of What Looks Like a Large Pile of Ash. Now, fun fact, right? I like Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter. I've actually had recently had the discussion at work because everyone seems to love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter, but I love the first 5 films of Harry Potter. And then after that, it kind of fell off. It wasn't the fact that, like, it wasn't anything of, like, with the books or anything with the show. I just lost interest. The first 5 films, I was, like, the biggest fan out there. I remember, for example, for the first film, for the very first movie, getting the VHS tape for my birthday from my mum. Because I kept telling her, ooh, this Harry Potter, can you, like, it's my birthday soon, yeah? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. This Harry Potter looks very interesting. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So she got me that for my birthday. But because I wasn't sure that she was going to get me that for my birthday, I did the same thing to my grandma. I was like, oh, this Harry Potter, this thing that everyone's talking about, it's my birthday soon. So both of them got me the VHS tape. So I hired 2 VHS tapes of Harry Potter, but then my grandma took her copy and sold that, gave it back to, not sold it as in, like, sold it to someone, but, like, gave it back to the store, returned it, refunded it, and then bought me something else. I think it was Mario Party 3 for the Nintendo 64, so it was good. It was a very good birthday, I must say. But, like, I was a big Harry Potter fan. You've also got, obviously, you've got the Snape, Severus Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore, Ron. That video, it was one of the first videos that I saw on the internet. So that Harry Potter, I've got a lot of love for. I've got the books as well. I just somehow didn't. I don't know why, but, like, after the 5th book, I just lost interest. I just lost interest in the movies, and yeah, it's just one of those things that I just can't explain. Like, I was such a huge fan, and then I just let it go. Can't hold me back anymore. But with that said, let's give a watch to this. I will have the link for that in the description down below once this is in its own separate video. Go support the official creators. I'm actually not sure who the official creators are, so let's have a quick look. Go support Crown Prince. Ooh, that's a good title. That's a good name. I like that, especially the Prince part. Especially the Prince part. With that said, let's check it out. Let's see what this is all about, and let's get ready to rock and roll. The title has me a little bit worried.
The castle grounds snarled with a wave of magically magnified wind. The sky outside was a great...
Alright, already. It's the accent. It's the accent, alright? It's the accent. It's like it's the fancy accent. It's exactly the fancy accent that I always do. When I do a fancy accent, I go like this too. The castle ground on its far outstretched land, with its far and dynamic range of multiple colors. I don't know what I'm saying, right? But it's this high-strung accent that is just I like.
The castle grounds snarled
We
with
try
a
to
wave
sound
of
fancy.
magically magnified wind. The sky outside was a great black ceiling,
Okay.
which was full of blood. The only sounds drifting from Hagrid's hut were the disdainful shrieks of his own furniture. Magic. It was something that Harry Potter thought was very good. Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked across the grounds towards the castle. Ron was standing there and
Ghost?
doing a kind of frenzied tap dance Harry, and immediately began to eat Hermione's family. Ron's Ron
what?
was
Where did this all come from? That's not the Harry Potter that I know.
began to eat Hermione's family. Ron's Ron shirt was just as bad as Ron himself,
If you two can't come happily, I'm going to get aggressive.
confessed the
That is
reasonable
brilliant.
Hermione.
What
is
about
brilliant.
Ron magic?
Offered Ron. To Harry, Ron was a loud, slow and soft bird. Harry did not like to think about.
Okay, whoever did this, right? I don't know what they were on, but they must have been on that good stuff. That's all I'm gonna say, right? The green color works
Harry did not
very
like to
well
think
for
about
today.
birds.
Death Eaters are on top of the castle.
Ron bleated, quivering. Ron was going to be spiders. He just was. He wasn't proud of that, but it was going to be hard to not have spiders all over his body after all is said and done.
Look, obviously there are loads.
Alright, the animation is very, very 2010 YouTubers in a HD way. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very much like 2010 YouTube, but in a very high quality
all
way.
over his body after all is said and done.
This is just wild.
Obviously there are loads of Death Eaters in the castle. Let's listen
She's
in
like-
on their meetings.
Said Hermione.
That's
The
just
three
a stupid
complete
idea.
friends zapped onto the landing outside the door to the castle roof. They almost legged it, but witches are not climbing. Ron looked at the doorknob and then looked at Hermione with searing pain.
I think it's closed.
He noticed.
You've got magic.
Said Mr. Staircase, the shabby-robed ghost. They
Okay, either I've not watched Harry Potter in a long time, which is true, and I don't remember Harry Potter that well, which could be very true. On this one, I don't know what they were on, if I'm being honest.
Said Mr. Staircase, the shabby-robed ghost. They looked at the door, screaming about how
You've got
closed it
magic!
was, and asking it to be replaced with a small orb. The password was
Beef women.
Hermione cried. Harry, Ron,
What?
and Hermione quietly stood behind a circle of Death Eaters who looked bad.
I think it's okay if you like me.
Said one Death Eater.
Thank you very much.
Replied the other. The first Death Eater confidently leaned forward to plant a kiss on the cheek.
No.
Oh, well done.
Said the second as
Wait. Was that little Karibo?
plant a kiss
Was
on
that
the
little?
cheek.
Is this guy here little Karibo? I'm not sure. But that well done sounded so much like Dragon Ball Z Frieza. Dragon Ball Z abridged Frieza. I think that might be little Karibo.
Oh, well done.
No,
said
never
the
mind.
second as his friend stepped back
Never
again.
mind.
All the other Death Eaters clapped politely. Then they all took a few minutes to go over the plan to get rid of Harry's magic. Harry could tell that
Evil.
Voldemort was standing right behind him. He felt a great overreaction. Harry tore his eyes from his head and threw them into
Oh!
the forest.
Flip no! Oh, flip no! Talk about turning a blind eye to danger right behind you. Oh no! Here's something you need to know about myself. I don't get squealish at all, except for one single body part: the eyes. The eyes are my weakness.
Harry could
So
tell
this
that
right here,
Voldemort
even
was
though it's
standing
cartoony-
right behind him. He felt a great overreaction. Harry tore his eyes from his head and threw them into the forest.
This guy-
Voldemort raised his
Yeah.
eyebrows at Harry, who could not see anything at the moment.
Yeah, he's-
Voldemort, you're a very bad and mean wizard.
Uh-huh.
Harry savagely said. Hermione nodded encouragingly. The tall Death Eater was wearing a shirt that said, Hermione has forgotten how to dance.
Oh,
So Hermione
no.
dipped his face in mud. Ron threw a wand at Voldemort
Yeah,
and
that's gonna work.
everyone applauded. Ron smiled. Ron reached for his wand slowly.
Ron's the handsome one.
Muttered
did you
Harry
get
as he
eyes back?
reluctantly reached for his. They cast a spell or two, and jets of green light shot out of the Death Eaters' heads. Ron flinched.
Not so handsome now.
Thought Harry
This
as
guy.
he dipped Hermione in hot sauce. The Death Eaters were dead now, and Harry was hungrier than he had ever been.
What?
The Great Hall was filled with incredible moaning chandeliers and a large librarian who had decorated the sinks with books about masonry. Mountains of mice exploded.
Yeah.
Several long pumpkins fell out of McGonagall.
Okay.
Dumbledore's hair scooted next to Hermione as Dumbledore arrived at
Ah, that
school.
makes so
The
much
pig
sense.
of Hufflepuff pulsed like a large bullfrog. Dumbledore smiled at it and places his hand on its head.
What?
You are Hagrid now.
Was
We're the only people who know
What?
better. He's never going to get rid of us.
Harry, Hermione, and Ron said in chorus. The floor of the castle seemed
This is
like
so
a large
stupid.
pile of magic. The Dursleys had never been to the castle,
Oh.
and they were not about to come there in Harry Potter and the Portrait of what looked like a large pile of ash. Harry looked around and then fell down the spiral staircase for the rest of the summer.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Harry began
Woohoo!
yelling.
Woohoo!
Gotta be worried.
Woohoo!
Oh boy.
Woohoo! Woohoo! script, predictive text based okay. That's why, okay. And that's why recommendation is Harry Potter, except it's written by an AI. I see how the strings connect now. I've got the whiteboard out and I can put, well, the whiteboard is out there, but now I can put things together. I was like, what kind of BS were they on when they were writing this? Well, AI. AI. You know, this is the reason I'm not afraid of the robot and the Android and the AI revolution. It's why I'm not afraid of it. Because if this is the best that they can come up with, then either they are 5 billion IQ and I'm just so far behind that I don't understand this poetry, this quite literally wizardry, and this amazing storytelling. Or they are 5 billion IQs in the negative, and I just don't get it. This is why AI isn't gonna scare me, at least not in my lifetime. Despite saying that, every time I do accidentally hit my computer, or every time I do accidentally drop my phone, I always pick up my phone and just say, sorry, I'm sorry. So I give it some personification. But hey, just in case the AI do uprise, at least my equipment and everything else here knows that I treat it well, and it'll hopefully treat me well. With that said, that was a fun but crazy. Both. It was both. It was both a fun video to react to, and it was a crazy one. I should have known it was a predictive text, if I'm being completely honest, because at the end of the day, you know, it was. There is a limit to humanity. There is a limit to humanity, right? When it comes to randomness, there is an actual limit to humanity. And I felt like this one overstepped that limit. So I should have guessed that this was written by predictive text, by an AI, by a bot, by something of that sort. So I like the animation. Animation was great. The story was wild, like very wild. But it actually makes for a fun story now knowing that it was, you know, written by an AI. Whereas like previously I was just like,